गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। तो मेम्ब्रेन ऑस्मोमेट्री में हमने देखा था कि हाउ टू मेज़र द ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर। देयर आर टू मेथड which is used in membrane osmometry. First one method is the static equilibrium method and second one method is the dynamic equilibrium method. In the static equilibrium method, the apparatus which is used, we are going to explain here. Apparatus as well as the instrumentation technique used in a static equilibrium method are also explained, as well as the equation for calculation of osmotic pressure are also mentioned in that video. So let us start. The apparatus used in a static equilibrium method. The apparatus consists of two metallic blocks. Here the diagram are given. So I can only orally explain the construction of this apparatus. The apparatus consists of two metallic blocks made of stainless. One face of each block having a series of concentric grooves. The apparatus consists of two metallic blocks made of stainless. One face of each block having a series of concentric grooves. These grooves in turn are interconnected by vertical horizontal channels. The semi-permeable membrane is placed between these groove faces of the two metallic blocks. On bolting the apparatus, the two internal groove faces of metallic blocks come in close contact through the semi-permeable membrane. The solvent and the solution are kept in a space. Solvent and solutions are kept in a space formed between the grooves on the two blocks and are prevented from freely mixing by the membrane separating them. The vertical channel of these blocks are connected to a glass capillaries through a drill. This one is the glass capillary through a drill in the metallic block of the solvent and the solution compartment. That means these are the apparatus, but from this apparatus we have to draw here a diagram where this diagram gives the clear cut idea about the procedure which takes place in that static equilibrium method. There are two compartments are formed here. One is the solvent compartment and second one is the solution compartment, and this one is the middle portion, is the middle line is the line of a semi permeable membrane, and these are two capillaries. This is called as a osmotic head. From this osmotic head we measure the osmotic we can calculate the osmotic pressure. Now in the next slide we have to explain here the experiment. First, the two compartments are filled with a solvent and solution of known concentration. At start, these two compartments are filled with solvent. That means in that compartment solvent is filled and in that compartment solution is filled, which is of known concentration. Due to osmotic pressure, solvent will start passing through the membrane into the solution side. That means solvent try to pass into the solution side. So the liquid level in a capillary attached to the solution side will rise. The liquid level will rise, which is in the liquid level in the capillary will rise. This will continue until the hydrostatic pressure is developed in the capillary. Due to rise in the solution level, exactly balance the osmotic pressure. Due to rise in the solution level, exactly balance the osmotic pressure. Once the osmotic equilibrium is attained, the solvent stop entering into a solution side. So we have to apply the pressure here. That means when the solvent solution level in the uh, solution compartment is increases, then we are applying here a osmotic pressure, or we are applying a pressure so as to uh, this is the pressure which is applied on a solution to prevent, that means to avoid or to resist the movement of a solvent into a solution compartment. This pressure is called as the osmotic pressure. Then the height difference between the solution and solvent level into capillaries are measured. The height difference, this is the height of a solution in a capillaries, and this is the height of a solvent. This indicates that the transfer of a solvent into a solution compartment. This height difference between the solution and the solvent level into capillaries are measured. The difference is known as the osmotic head, and that difference is called as the osmotic head. The same procedure is repeated with a solution of a different concentration, and the corresponding osmotic heads are measured. Here we are going to measure osmotic head, that means the difference in a solution level as well as the solvent level in two different capillaries. Theory: the Van 't Hoff equation relating the osmotic pressure of a polymer solution with the molar mass of polymer. The Van 't Hoff equation relating the osmotic pressure of a polymer solution with the molar mass of polymer. That means Van 't Hoff gives the equation which indicate or which gives idea about the osmotic pressure as well as molar mass of polymer, which gives the relation between the osmotic pressure and molar mass. Pi by C, where pi is a osmotic pressure, pi by C is equal to RT. Pi by C is equal to RT in bracket 1 by Mn plus B2C B3C square. The quantity pi by C is called as a reduced osmotic pressure. This is the reduced osmotic pressure. B2 and B2, B3, etc. are the second and third virial coefficient. Pi by C is the reduced osmotic pressure. That means osmotic pressure per unit concentration. This is the reduced osmotic pressure. B2 and B3 are second and third virial coefficient. If the third term is neglected, the graph of pi by RTC versus C is extrapolated to C is equal to 0, gives the intercept on the pi by RTC axis as the M1 by Mn, that is pi by C is equal to RT by M, or pi by RTC is equal to 1 by Mn. From the intercept, The number average molecular weight can be calculated from the intercept. The number average molecular weight can be calculated. The demerits of this method is that since the diffusion of a solvent through the membrane is a very slow process, the demerits of this method is that since the diffusion of a solvent through the membrane is a very slow process, the time taken to attain the equilibrium is high. Therefore, this method require more time. That means to attain equilibrium, the time requirement is high. The second method, this one is the static equilibrium method. After that, we are going to explain here also dynamic equilibrium method. In that dynamic equilibrium method, there are a schematic diagram of essential component of a high speed membrane osmometer. In that dynamic equilibrium method, some informations are given. These are the high speed membrane osmometer, the HSMO, that means high speed membrane osmometer, is commonly used nowadays. It is a rapid method and attain equilibrium within 5 to 7 minutes. There are two parts in this osmometer. The upper part contains sample solution. The upper part contains sample solution. There are two parts. The upper part contains sample solution, and while the lower part contains the solvent. The two parts are separated by means of a semi-permeable membrane. The movement of an air bubble inside the capillary, the movement of a air bubble inside the capillary indicates the solvent flow into the solution. Such a movement of a air bubble is detected by a photocell. The servo mechanism is used to move the solvent reservoir in the upward or downward direction, and also to adjust the hydrostatic pressure such that the solvent flow is totally stopped. The pressure head of the reservoir gives the osmotic head. So the instrument or the high speed membrane osmometer diagram is given here, and in that diagram there are two compartments, sample solvent compartment and solution compartment, and there is one capillary is used to move the air bubble. From the movement of air bubble indicates that the migration of solvent into a solution. This movement can give the idea about the measurement of osmotic head, that means osmotic pressure. So this mechanism or these techniques is used for measurement of osmotic head as well as osmotic pressure, and it attain a equilibrium within 5 to 7 minutes. So this is easy. This is a very easy method as compared to static equilibrium method, because the static equilibrium method require more time than that of a dynamic equilibrium method. तो इस प्रकार से हमने स्टैटिक इक्विलिब्रियम मेथड और डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम मेथड के बारे में, आपको इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन के बारे में और apparatus के बारे में थोड़ी सी जानकारी दी है. आप फिर से ये टॉपिक अच्छी से अच्छी किताब में से पढ़े और ये टेक्निक समझ ले. यही आपसे अपेक्षा करता हूँ और यही पे ये वीडियो स्टॉप करता हूँ. थैंक यू.